So the transition is incredibly important. And again, this is a transition I can get behind. Because if you keep your guard down, again, this is why I'm living in Palm Beach, helping the way I possibly can, at least for the time being. I'll be back in Scottsdale in due time. Is that it's possible and conceivable that you win the election and you lose the White House. You win the election and you lose the government. You win the election and you lose the bureaucracy. And so all of the personnel selection and the fights around personnel are incredibly important so that the president fulfills his mandate. Let me give you an example. Do you remember Miles Taylor? Anyone remember that name? Miles Taylor? Miles Taylor was one of the guys that would brag in the book Anonymous, and remember the book A Warning, that he would keep papers off of the president's desk. Miles Taylor, he was appointed by President Trump, ungrateful individual, to serve in DHS. He was the chief of staff at the Department of Homeland Security, and he was first recruited by John Kelly. He then wrote the op-ed in the New York Times under the pen name Anonymous, saying, I am part of the resistance inside the Trump administration. This might be coming back in your memory logs. Nameless, but incredibly influential. So every one of the personnel people that are chosen and selected could be someone that is bragging about undercutting the president's policy. Now, how this is even remotely acceptable in the chain of command, that someone is bragging about keeping papers off of the president's desk, this is why you can't keep your guard down. That is why the personnel that are brought into the government is more important than ever. And it's actually quite interesting. The president is getting criticism by some. Oh, he's just picking people that are loyal to him on TV. Well, actually, think about it. That is the best, most transparent body of work that he has in front of him right now of whether or not these people share his worldview. From Pete Hegseth to Sean Duffy, have these people actually had my back? And there's a lot of evidence that, yes, they have. By the way, every good CEO makes sure the people around them are loyal to him or her and share the worldview. And just to be clear, Miles Taylor, who bragged about undermining Donald Trump, I don't want to use the T word too generously, but somebody tell me how that is not treason. Somebody tell me how that is not undermining a president to keep papers off of a president's desk. I would love to have somebody explain that to me. So in the presidential transition, which is occurring right now, the entire future of the government is being put together. And I'm very, very optimistic. But we must keep our guard up. And that is what is happening. A 5,000-person force, for better or for worse, and right now it's trending for better, is going to hit the beaches on January 20th, the beachhead operation. And that will determine the entire future of our government and with it our country.